Hey guys, what's up? I was asking about a few people when I think that iPhone is gonna be adding any retro Badlands content to the game Predator Grounds. And honestly, considering how they have handled the content for the Prey movie and the Predator Killer of Killers movie, I think this might take a really long time. So seriously, if you guys are hoping to play as Dak or the other, the Predator with black armor that we saw in the trailer in Hunting Grounds, you better wait for a long time. Just take a seat. Take a seat, everyone, please. Just take a seat and wait for maybe last year. Because if the movie is gonna be coming on November, it might take them like, I don't know, it could take them like 3 to 6 months to actually add the predators from the movie to the game. And I know it's like, why wouldn't they do it sooner? Because it would be like a great marketing strategy for Hunting Grounds. You know, the movie's coming, everybody's gonna be hyped, a lot of people are gonna be hyped because it's a new movie, just like it was the case when the Prey movie came out. And Prey didn't even came out in the theaters. And I remember when Prey came out, it brought so many players. They added only the Bone Mask at the time, and just like that, a lot of people were just coming back to the game. I remember I made a movie. I made a video just playing with the Bone Mask, and it got me like over 100,000 views because a lot of people were interested. But they didn't add the Pharaoh, which is like a dumb opportunity, because the problem with Iphonic is that they are very, very dumb. Like, they are terrible with the marketing. They are terrible with actually just making a good job at their job. You know, that's mainly the main problem with Iphonic. They're just terrible at their job. They don't know, they miss good opportunities. They don't know how to go through the hype of a certain moment and monetize it in a very good manner. Because when Prey came out, they could have just made the Pharaoh be released there. But they didn't. They could have made so much money. And now with Killer of Killers, when the Killer of Killers movie came out, they could have just made new Predators. But instead of that, it took a few weeks, and they announced that they were gonna be adding the Killer of Killer Predators into the game. However, it's already been months and nothing, no new update. So the hype is already gone. The right moment for them to release the Killer of Killer Predators on their game, when everybody was excited. The reception for Killer of Killers was overall positive from what I have seen online. People are excited. Again, a lot of people just decided to go back to playing Hunting Grounds because, well, this is the only Predator game that we have. So it's the same thing, like every time something new for Predator gets released, it brings a lot of people back to the Hunting Grounds. When Prey was released, I remember like a lot of people came to watch my videos on YouTube. A lot of people were saying that they were going back to the game. Oh, are we gonna be able to play as the Pharaoh, as the new Predator? And then when people saw that only the Bone Mask was available, people kind of got bored and they just want to play something else after a couple weeks. With Killer of Killers, again, it's the same thing. People were hyped over the movie. They decided to go back to play Predator Grounds because the game is still getting new updates. Then iPhonic announces that there is gonna be an update for Killer of Killers, and they just ghost us again. They just disappear and they don't talk about it anymore. And everybody's like, what? What? You guys announced that there's gonna be a new update. It's already been like a couple months since the movie came out and nothing. Like, why are you guys not releasing the DLC? Why are you guys missing this opportunity? Because the hype is already like gone. People that watch the movie and are hyped over Predator stuff, they already move it on. You guys are taking too long. And I think that it's gonna be the same thing for Badlands. The movie is gonna come up in November. They might maybe, I don't know, maybe they're gonna release maybe Dak's mask, or maybe like something minor from the movie, or maybe they're gonna release when the movie came out. It's gonna take like after a few weeks, maybe in December, they're gonna release like a trailer of like Dak and other Predator, like a trailer saying, oh, the Predator from Badlands is gonna be coming to Hunting Grounds. Then they're gonna disappear for a couple months, and it's gonna take a long time to actually release it. And by the time that they release it, a lot of people are just kind of move it on and not gonna really care much about the game. And why do they do this? Honestly, I really don't know much about what goes through iPhonic's mind, because it just doesn't make sense. They are missing a great opportunity for themselves, not just good for the fans, because I think about the fans, I think about me, the players, no, something good for us. That's mainly what I think. But even for themselves, like, they are missing a good opportunity to get good money out of players, which honestly I don't think they deserve it. Like, I usually tell people to not buy DLC from iPhonic because they don't deserve to get more money because of the way that they have handled this game over the last years. But still, they're just missing a great opportunity. So I don't understand what goes through their mind. How come they think that like it's like, why don't they just release the DLC already? Are they like, they don't have time? Let's say it takes them too much work. Like, it's not that much. It's just like a Predator skin. They had made this year in 2025. They were making like a new Predator skin every month, making two. Like, they are supposed to make the Viking Predator and the Ronin Predator, the Predator from the two killer of killer storylines into the game. It's just like two new Predator skins, you know. Some people are saying that they are taking long because they're gonna be adding the new weapons, which honestly, from what we have seen before, when they try to add new weapons, it's pretty much like a reskin, a copy and paste of already existing weapons. So that's not an excuse unless they have like crazy new animations, unless new weapons that came up in they're gonna be coming up maybe on the Killer of Killers update in the future are like very different from what we've seen before. There's no excuse because what new weapons did we have this year? We had the Trident, which is a copy and paste of the combat stick, so like they can do that in one day. It doesn't take them long to just take the combat stick and just reduce the damage of the throw, of the melee, and increase it to 3 and just call it a new weapon. The Eye of Ra, same thing. They took the pistol, which is already existing weapon. They made a new skin for it, which they can just do that in a couple hours and just call it a new weapon. For actual new weapons, I mean, you can say maybe the shield and the crossbow, but the shield is terrible. The crossbow is kind of problematic to get hits with. And then you have like the dual swords. The dual swords does have more new animations, but it's pretty much like the skin of the Elder Sword, but just duplicated. So honestly, by the way that they have handled new Predator weapons, it doesn't make sense that they needed like that long to make them. It shouldn't take them months to add like weapons, considering that they're just like reskins and copy and paste of already existing weapons. For the Killer of Killers update, we might get maybe the explosive mines from the Ronin, the whip weapon. Those would be new. They wouldn't be able to just reskin and just copy and paste existing weapon. Maybe that's why they are taking long. And then there's the Gauntlet weapon from the Viking Predator, maybe, but I don't know. Like I really can't understand like the idea that iPhone has for this game. It doesn't look like they know what they're doing. It looks like they're, oh, we have this game which you can just like every once in a while make something to get money out of players, but they don't really think ahead. They don't know how to actually market their game well. They don't know how to properly like engage with the community. They don't know how to use the feedback to their advantage. They don't know how to monetize it. They don't know how to take opportunities of the right moment to release like the DLC at the right moment where there's more players engaged into the game so they can get more money, you know. Like I really don't know. Like I try to analyze iPhonic, me and other players. I try to understand what is their logic, you know. And there is no logic, honestly. I try to understand Iphonic's doings, like how they act on this game for years, and there is no logic. It's like they just do whatever goes to their mind, and it's like fuck it. They don't understand their own game. They don't understand like marketing. They don't understand like how like consumers work, how the player base work, or how anything works. So well, to summarize it, you guys have take a seat and expect any Predator Balance content to take a really long time to ever come to the game Predator Hunting Grounds.